internet, then you've probably seen a Hexclad ad. They are everywhere, and in the ads, they look incredible. Even Gordon Ramsay endorses them, and he's all over their marketing. But after using them for 2 years now, I'm returning mine. I hate my Hexclad, and I'm going to take it back to the store because I just don't think it's worth it, and here's why. Last year I posted a full video 6-month review on how I was liking my Hexclad, and at the time there were some pros, and you could go watch that video and kind of see the things that I like, but I basically liked everything that they promised. It's a hybrid type of cookware between stainless steel and cast iron. It's very fancy, it's very beautiful, it looks very like luxe and fancy. However, I just don't feel like it lived up to the hype and the promises it gave, and that is why I don't really love them. So in that video, I also talked about some of the cons that I dislike about the Hexclad. Number one, specifically just how they cooked, like it was fine. Second, they really stain a lot. Like the guy at Costco where I purchased them said, don't use soap, don't use anything abrasive, don't even use Dawn Power Wash, just rinse with water and like a really nice soft sponge. So I did that, and like they're just stained. They're stained on the outside, they're stained on the inside. And I know that I can like go get some Barkeeper's Friend or some pink stuff and get probably like a scrub daddy and like really scrub it down and they'll look fine. However, why do I need to do all that when they should just like clean after every use? I don't like that at all. And I also don't like that when they were sold to me, I was told like, oh, they're super easy to clean. All you need is water. Don't even use soap. Don't use abrasive anything. And then now, like 2 years after the fact, like on their website and on other videos, it says to use like something a little bit more abrasive. So like, which one is it? I just don't like the mixed messaging there. One thing I do really like about the Hexclad is that it's very sturdy. It definitely feels high quality, which like, duh, it should. It's very expensive and it's like a luxury product. However, that's one of the things I really don't like about it. Like the pans and the pots are very heavy without anything in them. So in that way, I don't feel like they're super accessible to people who maybe have like wrist issues or who cannot hold heavy things. I just don't really like how heavy they are, which seems counterintuitive, but like I think that you can have a high quality product without it weighing like a ton. One other thing that I really don't like is that you are advised not to ever use the pans under high heat. However, I don't feel like on medium or even medium high heat, the pan gets hot enough to be able to get the results that I'm after. I can't get a really nice sear on the pan at medium or even medium high heat. That's just personally my experience. That's probably not everyone's experience, but for me, I just feel like I really like a really crispy, solid sear, and that is something that Hexclad really advertises, like this is a phenomenal pan for searing. But it's really like nothing to write home about. It really is like pretty standard. And so I don't feel like it's lived up to the hype in that way. This is probably the biggest thing that irks me about my Hexclad purchase is that at the time they were labeled or sold or marketed as non-toxic. When I got home and I did a little bit more research, I came to find out that they actually do in fact contain PTFEs. Now, the reason why I was buying kind of a luxury product is because I wanted to avoid those forever chemicals, those like the PFAS and the PTFEs, Teflon, like that stuff's not healthy for you. So I really wanted to eliminate that in our cookware. And at the time, like that's what it was advertised as. But now 2 years later, I received a little postcard in the mail that said that there is actually a class action lawsuit being filed right now against Hexclad for deceptive marketing. They would label them as like non-toxic, non-stick, no forever chemicals. And in fact, they did actually do that. Hexclad has not acknowledged these claims and they haven't like pushed back on them or like acknowledged that they're true or not, but there is a settlement going on right now. And actually, if you want to submit your information, you have to do it by November, I believe it's the 14th of this year, 2025. If they win that case, then you are probably entitled to some compensation. So I just went online, it took like 2 seconds to do, and I just filed my information on there. So if you have purchased Hexclad between these dates, then you are eligible to be part of this class action lawsuit. You don't have to do anything, it doesn't cost you anything, but it's just like something that bothers me, because why do you have to go through a lawsuit because you did something that wasn't right? You know, I really hate that. Okay, besides the dishonesty and the deceptive marketing, this is like the number one reason why I am going to return my Hexclad is because of this. Can you see this? The coating on my Hexclad pots and pans is chipping away. Like I said, I'm not aggressive with these. I'm not putting harsh cleaners on there. I'm not using like a wire mesh brush or anything on here. I'm just like boiling water. It's chipping off and getting into the food. So I was boiling water to make some pasta this summer, and I was like, what are all those little black things in the water? I was so confused. I was like, is the pan dirty, or like did something spill in there? Nope, just like the toxic, you know, coating on the pot actually is going into the food. So that was cool. Love that for me. No, this cookware is freaking expensive. It should not be doing that. This is not like a cheap $10 pan that you kind of expect to like fall apart and like scratch, and no, this is unacceptable. So that has really bothered me, especially because the pots I only use to like boil water, and like, why are they chipping? It's been less than 2 years and they should not be chipping. This is totally unacceptable. So for that reason alone, I think is enough to justify that I like hate the pans. But overall, the whole experience has just been pretty lackluster. And then like to have the lawsuit thing come up and to have like the chipping and the chemicals in the food, I was like, absolutely not. Oh, sorry. And I forgot to mention, I still have yet to ever be able to cook eggs in a Hexclad pan without them sticking. It's been 2 years, and like I said, I'm not an incompetent chef. Like, I cook every single day. I make eggs every single day, and I just cannot get them to like not stick. I don't care if I put 2 tablespoons of oil in there, they're still sticking. So I don't know what the issue is. I'm willing to admit if it's like user error, but like in all their marketing, like you see like the egg swirling around in the pan. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Still hate it, still don't like it. So I'm probably definitely going to take it back. All right, so at the end of the day, I did like the Hexclad. It was fine. And my mother-in-law, my brother, they still use and love their Hexclad. I just don't know why I hate my Hexclad. I am going to switch over to all stainless steel, I think. There was, I've been using a brand of pans called Goldilocks, and I really like the pans, but I'm still kind of trying to find like the best like package for me, like the best combination of pots and pans that I feel comfortable using, that feel good to me, that are really like that work well. So still on the hunt for that, but I'm just sad to say that at the end of the day, Hexclad let me down. It just was not the greatest experience, especially considering the price point. This is like $1,000 worth of cookware, and it just has left me more frustrated than happy, which absolutely not. We don't have time and space and energy for anything that brings us down, especially when food should be bringing us joy. So that is my full Hexclad 2-year review. If you want to go watch the first video, you can, and I can show you kind of the things that I did like in my experience then. It also elaborates a little bit more on some of the points that I brought up today. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, check this one out next, or check out this playlist, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.